they score on a girl dead body. This is a recap of a movie, The Corpse of Anna Fritz. In the opening scene, we meet a janitor named Poe. He is moving a deceased person into the morgue. The deceased person is a famous and attractive actress from Spain named Anna Fritz. She passed away in her bathroom under mysterious circumstances. Another unfortunate victim. Poe carefully positions her lifeless body next to other deceased individuals and then uncovers her face to capture a photograph. Surprisingly, he sends the photo to his friend Ivan. Not long after, Ivan and his friend Javi arrive at the same hospital, and the three of them engage in conversation. Out of the blue, Ivan asks if Poe has caught a glimpse of Anna's naked body. The janitor responds. Obviously, Poe reveals that Anna's body will stay in the morgue until the next day. Hearing this, Ivan becomes desperate to witness it himself. He manages to convince Poe to let them enter. Despite Javi thinking it's inappropriate and dangerous, Javi tries to persuade Ivan to leave, but Ivan is determined. He even forces Javi to join them. In the next scene, the three of them take the elevator to the basement. As they walk through the hallway, they finally reach the morgue. Poe plays a prank on his friends by quickly pulling back a sheet, revealing the body of an elderly lady. The friends are startled, but Poe tells them to relax as it's not Anna. He then guides them to Anna's beautiful corpse and unveils her face. However, to Poe's surprise, Ivan pulls the sheet further down and touches her chest, saying that she doesn't even look dead. He then urges Javi to do the same, which Javi reluctantly agrees to. There's a special place in hell for these weirdos. Ivan, who has developed an infatuation with Anna, uncovers her entire body and wonders if it's possible to violate a corpse. In response, Poe suggests using saliva as lubrication. When asked if he knows this from previous experience, Poe admits to violating the corpse of a 19-year-old girl. This further excites Ivan, and he decides to proceed with the heinous act. Paul also agrees with him, but Javi appears disgusted and wants to go home as soon as possible. However, Paul urges Javi to stay in the other room until they're finished. Afterward, Ivan sleeps with the corpse and fulfills his desire. The next one to go is Paul, and he seems quite excited about it. However, when he is on top of her, she suddenly regains consciousness. Anna has somehow come back from the dead, but she appears paralyzed and gripped with fear. When Poe finally realizes what's happening, he screams in horror. Their companions quickly enter the room, with Heavy taking the lead and approaching Anna, urging her to stay calm. He offers her water and a cloth. Sensing the gravity of the situation, Javi turns to Poe and asks for their next course of action. However, both Poe and Ivan are horrified, aware that their earlier actions could lead to trouble. As they argue, their attention is caught by approaching footsteps, prompting them to swiftly turn off the lights, cover Anna's body, and hide behind another slab. Another janitor enters, wheeling in a lifeless body. Anna musters her weakened voice, pleading with the janitor for help, but her sounds are feeble and barely audible due to her weakened state. Once the janitor leaves, Javi rushes back to Anna's side, attempting to soothe her. Now faced with a choice, the men consider reporting Anna's revival and facing charges for their actions, or resorting to murder to conceal their crimes. Ivan argues that since the world believes Anna is deceased, killing her and covering up their deeds would be the better option. However, Javi disagrees, determined to save her at any cost, even if it means risking their lives. He tries to move his slab towards the door to escape with Anna, only to discover it's locked. To worsen matters, Poe has left the keys by the door. Tensions rise in the room as Javi desperately cries out for help. Ivan once again intervenes and forcefully pulls Javi away, leading to a fierce altercation between them. The altercation ends with Ivan delivering a powerful blow to Java's head. Realizing his mistake, Ivan attempts to apologize to Javi, but it's too late as Javi is already suffering from severe blood loss. Recognizing the urgency of the situation, as he gets ready to leave, Anna pleads with Poe to set her free, assuring him she won't report him to the authorities, but he ultimately disregards her pleas and proceeds to bind her. Faced with no other options, Anna invents a story, alleging that Ivan strangled Javi in her presence while Poe was absent from the morgue. She insists that Poe never intended to take his friend to the hospital. Sadly, Poe once again disregards her claims and seals her mouth with tape. Meanwhile, Ivan finds himself trapped behind containers as a group of nurses gathers nearby for a smoke break. Poe keeps himself occupied by cleaning the adjacent room. Anna carefully removes the tape, frees her legs from the restraints, and lowers herself to the floor, silently crawling out of the morgue just in time to evade detection before Ivan returns. Shortly after, the men discover her escape and panic, desperately searching in different directions to find her. Anna manages to elude capture for a while, but as she steps into the elevator, Ivan catches up to her and forcefully pulls her back into the morgue. He decides to suffocate her using bunched up sheets. ensuring no visible marks are left on her body. Po is somewhat doubtful about this plan, as he has started to feel sympathy for the girl. Nonetheless, when his wicked companion insists, he too joins in, and Ivan and Po proceed to suffocate poor Anna until she ceases to move, seemingly dying. Afterwards, they place her back on the slab and proceed to place Java's body into the container. In the next scene, Po cleans and covers Anna's body with a white sheet, ensuring all recent wounds are hidden. He positions her among the other corpses, making it appear as though no one has even touched her. Following this, as Po gathers his belongings and waits for Ivan, he suddenly hears Anna coughing. It seems she has come back to life once again. However, Po calmly approaches her and instructs her to feign death. This reveals that the murder was staged, as Po simply pretended to strangle her without applying any pressure. Just then, Ivan arrives on the scene, prompting Po to quickly cover Anna. He approaches her, takes a final look, and leaves the room. However, as they are about to enter the elevator, Ivan realizes he left his card in the morgue after checking his wallet. Po tries to convince him to leave it behind, assuring him that he can retrieve it the next day, but Ivan insists on getting his card. Unfortunately, as he enters the room, he sees Anna alive and well, attempting to put on a hospital gown. This infuriates Ivan, realizing he has been betrayed. He aggressively grabs Po by the throat, accusing him of plotting to shift all the blame onto him. Ivan mentions that at this point, he doesn't even care if they go to jail. Suddenly, Anna sneaks up on him from behind and stabs him twice in the neck, causing him to bleed out and die. Witnessing this horrific act, Po breaks down in tears, questioning why she would commit such an act. When Ivan had already expressed his intention to leave, Anna remains silent, gazing at him for a while, and then repeatedly stabs Po in the abdomen, killing him on the spot. The scene ends with Anna, the protagonist, staring into the distance, tears streaming down her face, and blood splattered everywhere. She has achieved her revenge, and it's a positive outcome for Anna. If you consider it, this is a satisfying conclusion. Stay tuned for more content like this. Make sure to enable notifications, and show your support by liking the video. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for future updates.